Hey guys, it's Scott with scottieb Cards, and in this video, I want to talk about a purchase that I made this past week. Recently, I sold a card I was not planning on selling. I had it on my Instagram. It wasn't for sale per se, but someone reached out with an offer, and it was an offer I couldn't really pass on. I can't share what card I sold yet. I will eventually, because the person who I sold it to has not posted it yet, and I know they want to be the one to kind of share it if they do want to share it. And so I'm going to show you what I bought with some of those funds, and then I actually have more cards that I purchased that we can talk about later when I do a breakdown of the entire ordeal. Either way, I traveled and picked up a really great card as the first card of the purchase from selling that other card. And that card, I'm going to keep a secret for just a second. I want to explain the story behind it and how it all happened. So back in January, there's a Facebook page called Old School. On Old School, they have deal or no deal. Basically, they'll post a card and then everybody just offers and the person will say sure or no. It's that kind of a thing. Keeps it very simple, very straightforward. And there was a card that I wanted, but I could not afford that card at the time. And nobody bought it. And that was in January. I saved the post. Well, once I sold this other card, I immediately thought of that one. And so I contacted that person. I went and commented on that post from January. And I said, is this still available? Can we work a deal out here? And he got back to me and we were able to work a deal out for the card. For this particular card, the asking price that we landed on was $27,000. But I actually would deduct the cost of the flight and travel from that $27,000. So basically is about $26,000. And I flew to North Carolina. There's no direct flights from Cincinnati to Greensboro, North Carolina. So I had to go to Detroit and then to Greensboro and then Greensboro to Atlanta back to the Cincinnati airport. So it was a very long day. I think my flight left at 8 a.m. I was up at 6:30 a.m. and I got home, I believe at 8:30, 9 p.m. So either way, it was almost 12 to 14 hours of total travel time if you want to count to and from the airport. But I will say the airport travel itself wasn't great because when I got to the airport, the Cincinnati airport usually is not that busy and their security is really quick because they have the machines where you don't take anything out, you just push it through even with your electronics in the bag. So I chugged a protein shake, chugged a water, ate a little bit of food, and then I got there at 7 and my flight left at 8, boarding closed at 7:45, and the line was longer than I've ever seen it. So the day started out tough. I thought I might have to end up driving anyways to North Carolina, which is an 8-hour drive or so each way. But luckily I got through security and then I sprinted to the gate, which was terrible on that full stomach of protein and water and food. But I made it, didn't throw up, got on the plane, got to North Carolina. I met with Johnny and his wife. They were both great. And Johnny actually has his own YouTube channel, believe it or not, on cheerleading. And that famous meme, that came from one of Johnny's videos, which is pretty cool. And he also has his own Facebook page if you want to check that out. But either way, we made the deal, and this is the card that I purchased. This is a 2018 Topps Dynasty Shohei Ohtani. This is a rookie patch autograph. The cool thing about this card is the autograph is very bold, a very blue all-on card, and the patch is a very good Angels patch. Topps Dynasty, some of the patches this year are underwhelming, but these older ones, if you get the out of 5, you can get some really, really great patches. And on top of that, the reason why I really liked this card is because I saw the pitching image. I'm not against pitching images. It may seem like it because I prefer the Bowman Chrome hitting autograph. That's more so a product of the photo being better than the pitching autograph, and the photo of the pitching autograph being a airbrushed photo from a Japanese game back 2017. So either way, this photo is great though, because it's an action shot, which is awesome for Dynasty. And on top of that, it's actually a photo from his MLB pitching debut, his rookie year against the Oakland Athletics. So on April 1st, 2018 against the Oakland Athletics, this is a photo from his first time ever pitching in a regular season in the big leagues. So I was really excited to get this card and able to work out the deal, which was nice. So why did I buy this Dynasty card? Let's kind of talk about this one. So I already talked about it. They're all on-card autographs. They're game-used jumbo patches. I don't know why I have an E there. Should be an S, forgive me. Non-photoshopped photos. Ohtani, I'd say half, maybe even more than half of his rookie autographs are photoshopped. And that's a big turnoff for me personally. His finest autograph is photoshopped. His Topps Chrome autograph is photoshopped. His Bowman Chrome pitching autograph, like we talked about, is photoshopped. And many, many more of his autographs and base cards are photoshopped. So this is one that wasn't, and it was from a meaningful game, and it had a great on-card autograph. That'll be an autograph 10 if I ever were to grade it. And the patch is good. One thing I'll note, Dynasty collectors really like these cards cards to be in the case. So I will not be grading this unless that trend changes. So I'm going to actually clean up the case, a lot of scratches with some of that car wax stuff you can do on cases, which is cool. But either way, that is why I targeted this particular card. One thing I'll note is Ohtani has 112 total Dynasty rookie autographs, and most have mediocre patches. The way Topps Dynasty works is every player will have either 2 to 9 different variations. Those different variations are different photos. So Ohtani has 7 of them. They're out of 10, out of 5, and 1 of 1s. That is a total of 112 Dynasty autographs between all of those. And the funny thing about Dynasty is the out of 10s can have good patches, but they typically are very traditional patches. And the out of 5s, those ones usually have really great patches, and the 1 of 1s are laundry tags. So some people don't like the laundry tag 1 of 1s because they aren't really great patches, it's just a laundry tag. And the out of 10 isn't super cool for a lot of people. So the out of 5s have some of the best out there, which is why I also really like this card. And on top of that, it seems like Dynasty is on the rise. Recently, I made a video on Definitive, just saying there's a lot of things to like about Topps Definitive from a rookie patch autograph perspective. Rookie patch autographs are very big in basketball, very big in football, and other sports too. But either way, basketball, football, those are like the National Treasures RPAs. Those are very sought after. The Definitive autographs, they changed them in 2024, and they match kind of what they're doing for National Treasures in other sports. So I kind of talked about that, and no one agreed with me. I don't think one person, maybe 1 or 2 people out of the dozens of comments I got on that video were like, yeah, that makes sense. People were like, no. They were up in arms. Definitive sucks. They're ugly. Maybe they are a little ugly. Dynasty really is a better looking set. So Dynasty has really cemented and established itself as the go-to rookie patch autograph. And in my personal opinion, not being biased because I own this card now, they are probably the best rookie autograph for a lot of modern players, just because Topps Chrome has been diluted. You can say Bowman Chrome is a pretty good option in my opinion for rookie autographs, but they don't have nearly as much command for some reason. So I asked my audience, I like doing these polls, and I understand my audience may be slightly biased, not by me in particular, but maybe because they follow me, they might have like thinking. But either way, I think it's still a great sample size of 500 to 700 people. And in this first poll, I said Topps Dynasty RPAs are a top blank rookie card for the average rookie. And 90% said they were basically a top 5 rookie, but 64%, that's a huge majority, say it's a top 1 to 3 card for rookie cards of a majority of players. So Ohtani, definitely the Bowman Chrome, hitting and pitching are number 1 and 2. And then after that, it's not as clear, and I do think this Dynasty is up there. So that's partially why I targeted this card. Only 11% essentially said that they do not think that it is a top 5 rookie. I know it says 6, but I bet if I said 4 to 5, it'd be similar sentiment. And then the next poll I ran is fill in the blank. Topps Dynasty is a top blank set that Topps makes. And 70% said it's a top 1 to 3 set, with 21% of people saying it's the best set that Topps makes year in and year out. So we can see this trend towards Dynasty continuing, and that's partially why I targeted this Ohtani. So I'm very, very excited to have this one in my collection. I have a few Ohtanis now, and I think he was my biggest mistake I've ever made in my collecting, was doubting him. And maybe I'm going too crazy with his cards and buying too much, maybe at the wrong time. I don't think so, but I did not buy for a couple of years because I thought there's just no way it was sustainable. And now he has 3 MVPs. He's on pace for maybe a 4th. And it's just one of those things where sometimes you got to realize the generational guy is the generational guy. So that's kind of my thoughts on Ohtani, and I'm excited to pick this up. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this particular card, and keep an eye out for the video where I show everything I purchased with the money I sold from that other card that I'll reveal at a different time. And I'll see you in the next video.